Welcome back to I'd Have a Beer. We got a very special Christmas episode for you tonight. The I'd Have a Beer podcast is presented by, as always, Zeus Brewing Company out in Poughkeepsie, New York. Thank you again for coming on board for yet another episode. New episodes out every week. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube. And Mike, as always,
smash those buttons. Smash that follow button.
Absolutely murder those buttons. You know what to do. If you're listening on Spotify, give us that 5-star rating that we absolutely deserve and work hard for every week. And do me a favor, share this episode with a friend. It's the very special Christmas episode. Share it with a friend. Hit the follow on all of our social media at IHAB Podcast. Mike, tell the people what do we got coming up on this very special episode.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We got a jam-packed episode this week. We got a lot of headlines coming your way. Eagles lose a must-win game. Raiders put up record numbers. And the Bills, playoffs? Might be going to the playoffs. We'll get into that a little bit later. But, of course, we're giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Questions this week. A little recap and prediction of the Eagles and the Giants. Dak Prescott. We got a bets in the building. A little switch up for this week. And, of course, we end with beers, telling you what we're sipping on.
Sir.
But before we get into any of that, Manny, I'd have a beer.
I'd have a beer. I'd have a beer on this Christmas episode here. Let me get that. Yeah. All right, let's see. Wow.
Whoa, what do you got over there? What are you drinking?
Like we've mentioned now several times already in this intro, this is the Christmas special episode of I'd Have a Beer. And what better than to have the Mall Santa from Zeus Brewing Company. The Mall Santa. What's up?
You know, that's the best of the Santas, the one that's in the mall.
Yeah. This Santa, I'm getting bad Santa vibes from this from the guy on this can right here. Yeah, he looking a little slumped.
That Mall Santa might have had a couple of those.
Possibly, maybe, that's why it's named after him.
Yeah, I got something a little different than your Christmas one here. I tried to stay Christmas, couldn't find it. Really hard to find. Yeah, here a good Christmas beer. Unlike you, it seems like you got an excellent Christmas beer. I got the Dragon Stout Fire Stout beer.
Best known for having it around Christmas, right?
That's what I've heard. You can tell the Christmas colors, but how dark it is.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes.
Go ahead. Yeah. Get a taste, get a whiff in there.
It tastes like Dragon Fire. I'll tell you that.
I gotta say though, you look immaculate tonight. You look immaculate in this Christmas suit.
How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I bought this suit 5 years ago. It was like $100. I said to myself, I'm gonna wear it every occasion I can to get my money out of it, and I get complimented every time.
Yep, this is the first time he's wearing it, folks. Yeah. This is the first time he's wearing it.
Money. It's small on me now. No, it's fit. It looks good. I feel good in this suit right now.
You feel good in that suit?
How you doing? What did you do this weekend? Well, tell me, you must have done some Christmas things before Christmas. What'd you get into?
I mean, that's a good time to do Christmas things before Christmas. Yeah, I had actually SantaCon this weekend. We went out in Toga, in Saratoga, New York. Went to the SantaCon this weekend. Tons of fun. It's just something about day drinking that's it's just special.
Magical.
It's just special. Yeah. And then on top of all that, you're doing it in suits, Santa suits, Christmas suits. It's just awesome. There was a lot of look at us. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? A lot of that going on. Who's got it better than us? Kind of deals. It was just an all time. The vibes were high. The drinks were flowing. I'd have a beer. I'd had several beers. It was great. Good. It was a good time. SantaCon, always a good time. What about you? What'd you do this weekend?
I did the epitome of a fun SantaCon weekend. I went shopping. I had to get all my Christmas shopping done. See, it's a bit different when you live far away from your family because you got to get the Christmas gifts early so I can ship them on out.
I hear you.
I can't travel with a Susie Talks a Lot doll in my bag. That won't fly. Literally, it won't fly.
No.
So I had the journey to go through a mall with thousands of other people shopping, and that's the worst. But then we'll get into that later. That's the worst thing ever. People don't know how to shop.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did a little bit of that. And then I was given a challenge last week
You were given a
by you.
challenge. Tell
Yeah.
us, fill us in. By the way, that video is out right now on all of our social media at IHAB Podcast. Go check out the video. Absolute banger of a video. But Mike, yeah, tell us. Give us the background story on the challenge, what was requested from you, and how you kind of
Sure.
got it done.
Yeah. So you came to me and you said, how long can you get the Olive Garden server to sit there and grate cheese
I
on your
sure did.
pasta? To
Yeah.
which I swiftly said 1 minute and quickly regretted after once I thought about how long a minute really is in that time frame. A minute while you're at work, that's an eternity. A minute when you're at the table, that's also eternity. Okay. I did a dry run before I did the
Oh, you did?
challenge.
Okay.
I got like a plate of pasta over. I was sitting at a bar. I got a plate of pasta. I was like, "Can I have some cheese, please?" And they did it for like 10 seconds and then they stopped. I didn't ask for any more. And I was like, that was a long time.
I don't know if
It
you
felt
remember
long.
last episode, we did a 5-minute pause, a 5-second pause just to see how awkward
Yeah.
5 seconds could be. And, a minute.
Uh,
Ooh.
It was uncomfortable. It was tough, especially because it was silent. I made sure it was silent too. I just kind of stared at her in her eyes
Yep.
while she's
Yep.
putting cheese there. And it was weird. It was weird. So, okay, I did that. And then I thought, I gotta make it natural. I gotta figure it out. So I went to Olive Garden and I looked around and I realized why I don't come here anymore because it's the worst place
Yeah.
on the planet.
We're everyone's
But
family.
I got this linguine, Alfredo, carbonara. I don't even remember what I got. And she comes over with this big block on this automatic cheese grinder. And now I'm
Yes.
thinking, she's got to do it with her hand. She's going to be so tired. So I said, yeah, can I have some cheese, please? And she's going, and she's like, yeah, you told me you like cheese, so I brought a lot.
Load
And
it
in my
up.
head, I'm just like 3, 4, 5, 6. She gets to about like 15 seconds, and then she stops, and I go, oh, do you think I could get some more? And she's like, yeah, I sure. You want some more? So I moved the cheese like underneath the pasta, so it
Yeah.
made it look like there was no cheese. And
Right.
she
Right.
continued
Smart.
going on. Then she goes to walk away, and I continued my eye contact. She's like, more? I was like, come on back
Come on.
here. All right. She graded. I got her to grade the whole fucking
Whole
block of
block.
cheese, 1 minute and 7 seconds.
That's it.
So yeah, I completed the challenge. I've
You did.
dominated in the cheese challenge. I made her feel uncomfortable. And to top it off, as soon as she left the table, I said, "Yeah, can I get a box, please?" Did not touch the pasta at all. It was gross. It was
I
gross.
mean, a whole block of cheese on top,
Yeah.
underneath and on top of your pasta, no dice. I
No.
hope you left this poor woman a nice tip at least.
I put the cheese in the book and
Mm,
closed it, and then I
there you go.
walked. That's it.
She was like, "Hey, I want you to leave me some cheese." And,
Yeah.
cheese, no problem. I got you. I got cheese.
You got it, doll. And I
I
just
got cheese for
fucking
days. I got cheese for
sprinkled
days.
it on there.
But
So yeah, that was your challenge to me. I took it on. I conquered it. I'm now
you
one
did
of 2 challenges. You are one of 2 challenges.
correct.
We'll
Correct.
be back next week when I come at you with your next challenge. We'll see what's in store for you over there.
All right.
I think Betts is in the building tonight, but I think
Betts.
it's someone new here.
Who could it possibly be?
Someone here. It's not Modest Mike. It's not Mikey Bugatti. I think it's Manny Mozz-erati is in the building tonight.
Ooh, Manny Mozz-erati is back with the bets. Come on, with the moment everybody's been waiting for out there. Hey, how you doing? You want a little extra moolah, a little extra cheese, a little extra cash in your wallet for Christmas? You still got time to get out there and get those gifts. Here is the bet. Okay, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 leg parlay. Okay, you're gonna take the Saints over the Rams, the Browns over the Texans, Lions over the Vikings, Broncos over the Pats. $100. $100 to
I got
win
$100.
$900. All right. That is the Christmas special, the Christmas bet, the Christmas Manny Mozz-erati hooked you up with 100 to win $900. Go buy her something nice. Go buy him something nice. You're welcome. Take it easy. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas
is the Manny Mozz-erati Christmas parlay for you. How you doing?
Oh shit!
I
Oh,
feel like
how
I
you
just nailed
doing?
that. I feel like I
I
just
feel
nailed that.
you did nail that, Manny Mozz-erati. We appreciate you, and we love that you're putting money in the listeners' pockets. All right, we getting
Absolutely.
giving your Christmas gifts for free, giving you a great holiday season. All you got to do is listen to Manny Mozz-erati. All right.
Every once in a blue moon, Manny Mozz-erati comes out and gives you an absolute banger. And there it is. Lock it in. What else are
Yeah.
we going to do tonight?
I'm thinking tonight we give him a nice little Christmas blinds, get him in the season, get the holiday
Good
flowing.
thinking.
And
Good thinking.
I'm gonna kick it off. I'm gonna kick it off. I
Go
got a
ahead.
good one for you here.
Give it to me, baby.
There's a ton of classic Christmas movies out there, a ton of classic
Sure.
Christmas
Sure.
songs. But I want to talk about classic Christmas characters. Classic Christmas characters. Okay?
All right.
I'm gonna name to you some Christmas characters, and you tell me
This is
where
good.
are they on your list?
Sure.
All right. The Grinch.
The Grinch.
The Grinch.
You're a
Yeah,
mean one.
yeah. He is
Mr.
mean.
Grinch.
Now he's good. Ha, who for? Where is he in your top five?
The Grinch, yes. The Grinch. I'm going 3 with the Grinch because,
Grinch.
like you said, he started off as the bad guy, but, he's trying to clean up his act and he's a good guy now. Put him in the middle. Put him in the middle.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, he plays the antagonist because
Yes.
protagonist becomes antagonist. Pretty good guy. All right.
Yeah.
A crowd favorite. There's a couple songs about him. Rudolph.
Ooh, yeah. What a good
Yeah,
guy, right? Is good guy or
pretty good guy. He's a
good guy?
rookie.
Yeah, rookie. Okay. But I mean, according to the song, he guided that sleigh home tonight.
He did. He's
You know?
getting to your house because of him.
Those presents you're not waking up to presents, if that nose didn't glow.
Yeah, but is he the fastest flying reindeer? Or is he just his specialty is just his nose?
Well, because of that one particular night, I think we gotta
Seems
give him, that we gotta give him credit there. I gotta go 2 with Rudolph, man. He saved
two.
he saved the day.
Yeah, no, I get it too. Rudolph goes to number 2. Grinch at 3. Frosty the Snowman.
I think I got a lot more love for Rudolph than Frosty.
Yeah, no, I agree with
Happy
you.
birthday. Yeah. Isn't that what he says? Yeah. Isn't that what he
You're
says?
right. You're
But
right. I think Rudolph survives after Christmas is over. I think
this
Frosty dies.
Yes, that's a whoever created that character, that stinks.
Twisted.
Twisted. Yeah, I'm sorry, Frosty. I'm gonna put Frosty at number 5.
Yeah, I would put him there. Frosty's a bitch. All right.
Yeah,
All right, Frosty at 5.
Frosty. I mean, come on.
And now here's a classic Christmas character that all people know. It's Chingity Ching.
He haunt. Yeah.
Dominic the Donkey. Where is he in the top 5?
He was the original red-nosed reindeer. Him and the paisans actually pulled the sleigh.
There's no way that Rudolph's getting up the hills of Brooklyn like Dominic the Donkey can.
Absolutely not. Have you been to Yonkers anytime soon? The hills in Yonkers
hills
are
over there.
unbelievable. No, there's only one person that can pull that sleigh, and that's Dominic the Donkey. He's going number 1.
Number 1.
Yes, sir.
1. All right. I figured you were going to do that. So I guess your number 4 here is Santa Claus.
Ooh.
You don't give a shit about Santa Claus?
I mean, if you really break it down, he's a weirdo breaking into your house at night with a big bag. He's kind of weird, man. I mean, you're not even supposed to see him. If you see him, he doesn't. It's a kind of sus situation. Unfortunately,
he comes in, he takes your cookies.
Yes, he eats your
weird.
cookies, drinks your milk. I mean, would you let any other stranger do that in your house?
I wouldn't let any stranger do that. And I think one time some kid called him kissing his mother. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
Yeah, that Santa retired early. I guess, he's 4. The big jolly old Nick is 4.
Santa comes down the chimney and Chris Jensen's waiting there and he's like, have a seat. Have a seat.
Hey,
Chris Hansen, that's it. Chris Hansen.
He's like, you hungry?
Yeah. Who are you here to meet?
Yeah. Stay a while.
I'm here to see 9-year-old Susie. Yeah,
oh, really?
I bet you are.
Really? Yeah, she couldn't make it tonight.
Right. What's in the bag?
Read it back to me.
All
What
right,
did I get
Christmas
here?
characters. Number one, Chingity Ching, Dominic the Donkey. Number
Legend.
two, Rudolph. Three,
Yep.
the Grinch. Four, Santa Claus. And
Yeah.
five, Frosty. A happy birthday. I
Happy
never liked them.
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
dice. But for you, my good
yeah.
friend,
Flip it on over.
I have a blind rankings, keeping it in the Christmas holiday spirit. I want you to blind rank these Christmas gifts. These are like upper echelon gifts, like big money gifts. Okay,
I'm
so the
ready.
first one here on the ranks is a flat screen TV.
That's okay. Flat screen TV. That's a great gift, you know.
Yeah,
I
nice.
have one already. I don't,
Okay,
it doesn't really do too much for me. The TVs are the same to me, really. I'm not
okay,
seeing a difference.
all
I'm putting
right.
that at 3. I'm putting that at
Okay,
3. I'll
okay.
take a flat screen TV.
Okay, TV at 3. What
Yeah.
about a car?
Wow. Okay. You're saying upper echelon of gifts. In my head, in cars right now, kind of hard. What's better than a Bugatti? But let's say I'm getting a car as a gift. Gotta be number 2. That's a gift that I would ask for at any time. 2
Yeah,
car.
I
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
What about a vacation?
Oh, vacation. Cars last a while, but
Hmm.
memories on vacation last a lifetime.
That's
Last a lifetime.
that's it.
So vacation's got to go 1. The best type of vacation, I imagine it's a family vacation. The second best would be just me, solo dolo. I don't have to
Yeah,
deal
of
with any.
course. I
That's
mean, come on,
yeah,
what's
yeah,
better than that? So number 1
right.
for vacation.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, what about AirPods?
5. Don't care about those. I have headphones. They're all the same. Okay.
Yeah, your
That's
headphones work so good. Yeah.
yeah.
Literally, I wrote down AirPods. I'm like, this better be his friggin' number 1 because he needs those so bad.
Last week, if you heard our episode, I recorded with my headphones. It sounded like I was talking through a copier,
See,
and
nobody heard
I'm
the episode
speaking.
last week.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was. It sounded like I was an air pilot. Okay, guys, so we're almost
Yeah.
on our landing here. Wasn't good.
Yeah, this is the captain speaking. We have reached. Yeah, that's what for an hour. That's what it sounded like. Yeah, it was the longest captain speaking ever on an airplane. Yeah,
Shit.
it was great. But the last one here to
Yeah.
wrap up this blind rankings is a signed jersey from your favorite player.
Wow. Yeah, I guess unfortunately it's got to go to number 4.
Yeah,
I would love a signed jersey of Tommy DeVito hanging up in my hallway.
come on. That has got to be the top selling
Yeah.
requested Santa gift this year in the tri-state area. It's got to be.
No, I think you're wrong. I think it's a custom jersey and it says Tommy Cutlets on
Cutlets.
the back.
Yeah. Yeah, go to Amazon. I might have already purchased one. So
Good.
vacation 1,
Yeah.
car 2, TV 3, jersey 4, and AirPods 5.
Yeah, I
Yes.
feel like that's a pretty good ranking. I don't think anyone's not going to take a vacation as number 1,
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's an
A lot
elite
of
gift.
these are pretty broad too. I didn't want to make it overcomplicated with like, a Bugatti as the car or,
Big difference.
whatever. Yes.
Big
so I didn't want to
difference. Because
overcomplicate it.
that would
Yeah.
have swayed things for me because then I would have 2 Bugattis. What am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing with 2 Bugattis?
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking we get into something else that's good. The good, the bad, and the ugly here of week 15, I believe we're at.
In the books.
In the books. We got a lot of great things happening, a lot of bad things, and not so good things. I'll kick it off for you here. It started off Thursday night.
Yes.
Everyone in the whole world, I think, thought the Chargers were going to come in and stomp around and make a fuss. And one guy did not. Farva from Super Troopers. No, I mean Aiden O'Connell scored 63 points. Holy shit. Put up a Raiders record for the amount of points they put up. This guy looking like Farva from Super Troopers comes in, figures out how to play football off the bench, and goes, I'm better than you, and broke everyone's ticket, throwing the ball around, 4 touchdowns, 300 yards. Who is this guy? Everyone I know was watching. Yeah, I probably should have picked him for fantasy this week because nobody knew his name before that game. If you're looking for a QB in your fantasy league in these quarterfinals, semifinals, Don't sleep on O'Connell.
I think the over was 36.5.
They did it by themselves.
They doubled it. They had no problem. They had no problem. Yeah. How many points, out of curiosity, did he put up in fantasy? Do we have any idea? Can we ballpark? How many do you think that would be?
He's doing 4 touchdowns, 300 yards. That's 6 points a touchdown. 6 12 at 24. And then you got 25 yards for every point. That's 4 points for every 100. That's 1, 2, 3, 12. He put up 36 points from my math. Okay. 36 points in a PPR league. That guy got you the win by himself, I imagine.
Yes. And if you had any of the wide receivers on the Raiders too, that only helped you. But yes, absolute good to start off the week too. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. My good to follow up with that for week 15 is the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Bills, got to throw some respect back on the Bills. They beat up the Dallas Cowboys 31-10. James Cook absolutely bullied this stout Cowboys defense. I don't know what happened. Bills are legit once again, I think. Bills got to be taken serious.
Bills are in the mix. Bills have a chance. I saw the map. I saw a couple things. Bills have a chance to take the AFC East, North, whatever they're in over there.
Yep.
If they went out and the Dolphins lose that last game between the Dolphins and Bills, that's going to be a shootout.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yes, Bills taking down the Cowboys. Mike, we both love that. So good. Buffalo Bills. Appreciate
Down
you.
with that. Appreciate you, Bills, for doing us a good service. Love you on that. That was bad by the Cowboys. I got something bad for you here. How does this guy still have a job in the NFL? That's the new segment, because if I keep continuing to hear this name, that's going to be the new segment. How does this guy have a job in the NFL? Kadarius Toney once again makes a blunder in the game. No, it didn't cost them the game because they had the lead.
Right.
This guy, he's dropping balls all year. He didn't just drop the ball this time. He flipped it up into the air. Interception for Patrick Mahomes, because this guy cannot do his job. Okay? It's a very easy job. You run, you catch. You run, you catch. And if you think that's too hard, here's $8 million a year for you to do that. And for some reason, that's not enough money, because Mahomes is done with his ass. I don't know if you saw him on the sideline. Pissed.
Yeah. Enough is enough.
Yeah, you're going to see some practice squad wide receivers get elevated to the team this week, and you're going to hear some names you never heard in your whole life. Kadarius Toney, I'd start looking for trades. Start reaching out to your agent and go somewhere else. Somewhere. I don't know who's going to take you.
I don't know where he's going to go. I would like to think that the Giants knew that this guy couldn't catch, and that's why we got rid of him. I hope that was it. Probably not.
Unfortunately, he did win the Super Bowl with them. So
this is a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. Hey, well, what are you going to do? Bad. Kadarius Toney, right?
Toney, you're fired. You're fired. Who would you have bad? I'm sure no one was as bad as Kadarius Toney. Who'd you have?
Mike, you just teed me up for this, and I hate
nothing
to break.
Could be worse than Kadarius Toney.
Nothing, absolutely nothing could be worse. And to talk about on this special Christmas episode here, but the bad for Manny Mozz, at least in my eyes, was the Philadelphia Eagles.
Knew that was coming. Figured that was coming. Yeah.
The Eagles had a chance, The Eagles had a chance to go up, to just absolutely move the Cowboys out of the way and just climb to the ladder and absolutely conquer that division and win back-to-back divisional titles. That hasn't been done in the NFC East for a long time. I thought they were going to make the comeback. They always make these comebacks, it seemed like, with the kicker, with Chicken Little over there. Not good. Eagles, they're making a coaching change 15 weeks into the season with their DC. Very questionable. Okay.
Tough.
There's a reason
Yeah.
why this guy has a hard time finding a job anywhere. I don't know what it is. The Eagles just don't look like they're on the same page with everybody. Jalen Hurts and his wide receivers and the play calling. I don't know. Maybe it's the gauntlet that you like to say happened to them this year. Now this is the after effects of going through the gauntlet. Now they're on a 3-game losing streak. I don't know. 17 turnovers for Jalen Hurts this year compared to 8 last year. Then I might have something to do with it. But bad. Eagles just bad. I thought for sure when they were moving that ball down the field that they were going to get a chance to kick a 60-yard field goal again and tie the game up and win in overtime. But not the case. Bad for me. Eagles. Bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you on that. They did not play their best. I got a lot to say, but I'll hold it on my recap for you there.
Yeah.
But I get you. That's your bad of the week. The Eagles did not perform when they should have to close out that game.
Yeah. What'd you see that was even worse than that? Ugly.
Sucks. Ugly.
What'd you see?
It's our favorite ugly. The Cowboys.
Ooh.
The Dallas Cowboys. I got a poster up in my room, and it's called The Cycle. It's called The Cycle. Okay. It's
got
fantastic.
a poster. Yeah.
Yeah. It starts off like this. It's a 4-5 piece cycle. It goes like this. The season starts. All right. We beat up on bad teams.
Yep.
We them boys. This our year. Chokes in the playoffs. The cycle goes back again. Okay. This is where we're at right now. We're at right before they choke in the playoffs, where they just kind of stumble into the playoffs. All right. They lose to a beaten down Bills team who they could have taken out of the AFC options had they have won a game. Nope. Not that they lose. Dak Prescott throws an interception. This guy only throws 130 yards. He only gets his best wide receiver out there. So, okay, take him out of the game. You can't hit anyone else up. I saw drop balls. I saw overthrown. He's in midseason form, this guy over there.
MVP candidate, apparently.
Apparently, he's top MVP all of a sudden. Didn't know the MVP gets blown out 33-10. I didn't know that's an MVP. MVP is the best player, most valuable player.
That's it.
I don't know if that's the most valuable player to me. Tough look for the Cowboys there. A great gift they given to the Eagles in which we squandered.
Yes.
Now I see if the Cowboys lose again, we have another chance. But that's to the future. But for now, the cycle, we them boys.
We them boys.
We them boys. Okay?
We them
They're
boys.
Still there. So, it was lovely to see. Made me happy. And that's my ugly for the week. Dak Prescott, we salute you. And we hope you continue with our interception track.
Yes. We'll recap Dak and the interception counter a little bit later. He's the MVP for us.
Yes.
I'd have a beer. That's a fact. Thank you, sir. But the ugliest, in my opinion, was you mentioned a good for the Raiders at the beginning here. The ugly is the team that they happen to play on Thursday night that let up 63 points. The Chargers. The LA Chargers. The LA Chargers need to pick up and move out of LA and just restart somewhere new. Maybe go back to St. Louis. I don't know, but they need something. They just finally, I've been screaming from the mountaintops. They needed to fire this head coach. They finally got rid of him. It took them getting blown out on national TV by 63 points for that to happen. Ugly Chargers. This team in the last 2 years looks like on paper that this is a high caliber team. They got the quarterback. They got the quarterback. They got a number one running back that's on everybody's fantasy team. They got multiple weapons. They got defensive players. This team stinks. What's the problem with this team? They are so ugly, it hurts. They need to get out of LA tomorrow. They need to go they should not be sharing a stadium with the Rams. Are the Rams that much better? Not really, but at least the Rams have won a Super Bowl in the last 3 years. The Chargers, ugly.
Tough.
They're tough, ugly. Listen, they're probably going to be on my ugly again next week.
Easton Stick's doing the best he can.
Yeah.
Okay. He's the best he can.
Yeah, I'm doing the best I can over here. It's not enough.
This guy sounds like Yeah, they suck. You're right. You're right. The Chargers,
Ugly.
you're no good. You're no good.
Chargers, no good. I have a bad feeling the Chargers are going to be on my ugly again next week.
They might be. I don't even know who they play, but they
Doesn't
might
matter.
be. They might be. We got a lot of questions for the Chargers to figure out their life. Well, let's flip it to us here. We have any questions for us?
Speaking of questions, we actually have a ton of questions. Starting off with Norman in Arizona. He's got a few questions. Should I put my faith in Devon A-Chain, or is he a nothing burger? Or is he
what
a
does that
nothing
even
burger?
mean? A nothing burger. A nothing burger.
Devon
Here's my
A-Chain,
problem with Norman, we appreciate your question out here. A nothing burger? No, he's not a nothing burger, but the something burger who's in front of him, Raheem Mozart, he's fire right now. And to stop him from scoring one touchdown every game and being the lead rusher in the Dolphins, I can't tell you confidently to put him in, but I can't tell you that he won't be a piece of the weapons that's happening in Miami right now. And Tyreek Hill's not there. So
true. Kind of a big deal for me personally this week. If Hill can stay out, would be huge for fantasy for me. For fantasy for me.
You're in the semifinals.
I am in the semifinals. We could talk about that a little bit later. But Norman has another question. Norman asks again. When will Mike Evans stop trying to look good for the camera and play some real football and get more than 10 points a game? Norman sounds frustrated.
Norman sounds like he's in the playoffs. Like to me.
Norman sounds frustrated with Mike Evans, real bad.
I think let's flip it to Mike Evans. Mike Evans, what do you think?
Mike Evans, hold on. Speak into the mic, Mike, right here.
Yeah, go ahead. He requested to be off screen.
Tell Norm he's a fucking pussy. We can't air that, Mike. We can't
say that.
I'm sorry, Norman. He's not. You caught him on a bad day too. Mike Emerson's pissed.
He won't answer that for you, but we might be able to. Baker Mayfield is the reason why Mike Evans isn't that good. This guy throwing it over there, he's all right. He's all right. The
he's not Tom Brady.
Might make playoffs. They might make play. Yeah, that's it. That's the answer. Tom Brady's not there anymore.
He's not. Yeah, that's the quick answer. Tom Brady's not there anymore. Baker Mayfield is. I mean, he just kind of had a great game, but what are you going to do? Norman with another question. Man, these questions are coming in. Can Stephon Diggs realize we're in the quarterfinals of fantasy and step the fuck up?
Yeah. No, I hear Diggs is he's number one receiver out there. The Bills, they wanted to run this game, and you just happened to put him in the wrong week. It sounds like.
It looked like the formula was run. I don't know how the Cowboys couldn't figure that out. The whole game, Josh Allen had 70 yards total.
That's it.
Yeah. Norman, I'm sorry, buddy. I hope the best for you in fantasy. It looks like you're struggling. You're tough.
It seems like the passing game in the Buffalo Bills are done now. It's run.
Yeah, tough. Maybe trade Stephon for somebody else. And I wish the best of luck to you in the rest of the fantasy season here. It sounds like you're going to need it.
I got a question from a Michael Carlo out in New York.
Oh.
And he wants to know who's our favorite players? I don't think we've ever said that before. Who's your favorite all-time player?
Who's my
all-time player?
All-time player. I got to go with my main man, Eli.
Go ahead.
I got to go with my main man, Eli. He brought the city of New York 2 Super Bowl championships, 4 years apart from each other. He also beat some pretty impressive teams. If you don't recall, I say he's my favorite player just because when I was younger, I started watching the Giants. He really was coming into the league. And then before you know it, he was leading the Giants to a Super Bowl in 2007. And then he did it again in 2011. And then just the way he stayed on one team, he was an Iron Man. He had one of the longest active streaks in the NFL behind Brett Favre at the time. Just an Iron Man. You need a backup quarterback now more than you ever did in this league. That's very important.
True.
So for those reasons, I think Eli Manning, is probably my favorite player.
Yeah, I get it. That's a guy you love in the Giants. So that's your favorite player. I hear you.
What is yours? Fucking Jackson? Yeah.
No, Deshaun Jackson is nice, but he played on the Cowboys, so he'll never be my
True.
favorite players.
That's a good
My
call.
favorite player is a defensive player, which many people have feared, okay? And people hated playing against
Yeah.
him. Brian Dawkins,
Ooh.
okay? That guy used to put fear in people's bodies from one hit. And there were interviews where he would talk and he's like, I didn't go ever for the interception. I wanted to create a message. And he would just, oh, you would hear the hit from the
Yeah.
TV and be like,
Yeah.
oh. I love seeing those hits, and I love being that hard-hitting team. When you play the Eagles, when he was on there, they're like, do not throw it near Brian Dawkins. That guy was an animal. I wish he was still in the league. He made me love football and get into the Eagles. Brian
That
Dawkins, you are number one.
the league at that point in time was crazy. The hits, you go to YouTube and you watch these like, these early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s just hits. Oh my God, it's
Oh,
just
wow.
crazy. I can watch that all day long.
Let's get into a recap of what happened in our games last week. I think maybe they didn't turn out the way we wanted them to turn out. We could start the Tommy Cutlets. How did he do?
So Tommy Cutlets in this Saints game, the Giants lose 24-6 to the Saints. That game pretty much, I don't think it's even Tommy Cutlets, Tommy DeVito, this star that he was last week. And then you go to this Saints game. I don't even think this story should be about Tommy DeVito.
Okay.
I think that was just kind of like the light switch. Okay, yeah, the 3-game winning streak that we had, possible playoffs, maybe. I think the game against the Saints kind of just reassured all the Giants fans out there and everybody else, like, yeah, there's still a lot of holes and a lot of problems with this team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giants dropped to 5-9. I don't know if they're officially out, but it's pretty. They needed that game.
I saw the chart. You guys are at 1.2%.
So technically, still alive. Okay.
So what you're telling me?
There's still a chance.
There's still a chance.
Yeah. And we have a great opponent next week, so I'll get into my prediction for that. But the recap, yeah, the Giants basically are the Giants who we thought the Giants were the first 5 games in the season. The Giants have problems. The Giants have problems. The offensive line looked bad again, real bad. Predictions: Giants play the Eagles on Christmas Day. Everybody,
yeah, this is gonna be a great game.
Going to be a great game. You know why? And this is going to be an easy prediction, easy here. What do you say about a team that has nothing to lose? And a team that has everything to lose?
Yes.
The hungry dog eats every day and goes to the bathroom twice a day. The hungry dogs are the New York Giants here because they got nothing to lose. Like Mike just had to tell me it's like 1% chance for the playoffs. Yeah, we're going to chalk that up as they got nothing to lose playing the Eagles. Now that the Eagles have lost and it's an even tighter race in the NFC, they need that game a lot more than the Giants do. The hungry dog eats all the time or something like that.
The hungry dog's gotta eat someday.
The hungry dog, it'll go starved. So he's got to eat, and he's going to be eating on Christmas Day like everybody else will. I think this game's going to be a lot closer than it is, and let's see. If the Giants defense can play good, if the Giants offensive line can provide Tommy Cutlets some time, we'll see. Maybe we'll have an interesting game.
Getting into the recap of the Eagles.
Yes. Let's hear it. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. You tell me whatever you want. Safe. This is a safe space. Air it out.
Yeah. They let's chill out, man. Let's chill out. Okay. Philadelphia Eagles, chill. Let's chill, okay? You're in the playoffs.
Yes.
You have made the playoffs.
Correct.
The number 1 seed expectation, it's gone now. Forget about that. You can't have that now. You can't have that. The number 1 seed in the NFC East, you might be able to have that, but probably that's gone now. Forget about that.
We them boys.
We them boys. You put the Eagles in the playoffs, they're going to play the Buccaneers. I'll take the Eagles on that game.
Yeah.
They go to the next round, they play the Lions. I'll take the Eagles on that game. They go to if the Lions don't win, they play the Vikings. I'll take the Eagles in that game.
Mm-hmm.
They go to the NFC Championship and they get either A rematch with the 49ers or a rematch with the Cowboys? Now that's a coin flip. Okay? Does our team show up for the biggest game of the NFC, or do they flop like they've done in the last 2 games against them?
Mm,
That's a coin flip. So I'm not worried about the future of the Eagles right now. If they lose these games, they lose these games, but they will 100% get to the NFC Championship,
okay.
or they have a best chance at it with the road that's laid out in front of them. Them losing that game was a gut punch. That hurt. We haven't beat the Seahawks in 15 years. That's a
I
fun
saw that.
fact. Didn't know if you
Yeah,
didn't know that.
I saw that.
I
Yeah.
I knew that going into the game. For the past 7 games I've watched them play, they'd never beat the Seahawks. They, for some reason, have always had our number, and the Panthers did as well. Maybe not so much now, but those teams did. So that was a shitty game to watch. That was a terrible decision at the end to throw the ball, run the ball 10 yards, put Chicken Little in, and go
Yeah.
to overtime.
Dude,
Yeah, don't know what happened there.
when we were doing the good, bad, and ugly, and you mentioned it, I thought for sure when they got the ball back with however many seconds were left and their 2 timeouts, whatever, they might even have had 3. They got to like midfield. I'm like, they're gonna tie this game. This guy, I've seen this happen several times this
I've
year
seen
with the
this. I've read
Eagles.
this book.
I've seen
Yeah,
this happen. I'm like,
yeah.
this guy, Chicken Little, is gonna bail them out yet again. You think it has anything to do with Big Dom being benched from the sidelines?
He's benched. He's not allowed to be in the games anymore at all, actually.
Yeah, well,
Which
okay.
sucks.
Okay. Yeah. You think that has anything to do with the funk possibly the Eagles are in right
It
now?
started in the 49ers game and now has bled all the way down to the Seahawks game, which sucks.
Yes.
The gauntlet was done after we
Right.
lost to the Cowboys. That was the end. These are supposed to be the easy games. You
Yeah.
could say the Seahawks were in it, but I don't know what's happening now. But my prediction for this upcoming game, I'm sure you wish was going to be a whole game. You wish this game was going to be close. I think they come out this next 3 weeks and they lay law down and they say, "This is our land. This is not our land. This is our land.
Yeah.
Land of the brotherly love and land of the brotherly shove." Okay. A lot of people think that play is supposed to be banned. It's not going to be banned. A lot of people are crybabies about it. Sorry. Sorry. They say it's not football. It most certainly is football. It's my strongest guys against your strongest guys, and whoever pushes more gets to the other side. And it's us who is the stronger guys,
Okay.
okay? You tell me when you find a finishing move and then they try to take it away from you. That's what that play is. It's the finishing move, it's the RKO, it's the way they get to the end zone every time. When you can get an all-star center and a QB who can bench twice the amount of weight that your center is, then you can come talk to me. But for right now, that brotherly shove is going to shove the Eagles all the way to the championship game. And
Got it.
these next 3 weeks, the Giants, the Dirty Bird Cardinals, and the Giants again, we're going to brotherly shove our asses past those 3 games. No problem. My prediction, 13-4. That is my
Got
three-step
it.
prediction.
Okay.
That's my prediction for you. Philadelphia Eagles go to the playoffs. These next 3 games are the preface to the closing chapters of their book that called the championship season, which won't be spoken about after we go to the playoffs and into the Super Bowl. You guys are a mid-tier team who have jumped on a chicken cutlet guy who for 2 games
This
showed up
guy's
and played
really
football.
this guy's really giving it to me here.
The Giants are no match for next week's
Okay.
game.
All right.
The only thing going for you guys is you're in New York. That's it.
Well, actually, on
That's it.
at the on the Christmas Day game, we're in Philadelphia.
I knew that. You got nothing going for you.
Yeah.
We got everything going for. We're in
Yeah.
Philly. We're
You-
pissed, and we're
yeah.
playing a rival.
Yeah, you forgot one thing though. I got to agree with most of the things you said because facts are facts, but you forgot one big fact. The hungry dog. The hungry dog must eat, and he's looking to eat on Christmas Day, okay, at 4:25. And the hungry dog is the New York Football Giants. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay?
The only reason why I think we blow you out this game is there's 2 games. There's 2 games
Yeah.
There's two games
Okay.
on Christmas. There's two games on
Yeah.
Christmas.
Okay.
There's the 4 o'clock slot
Yep. We got that.
where
Yep.
we play you guys,
Yeah.
and there's a far more important game past our game.
Who plays later?
The Ravens 49ers.
Wow.
And
So
that
that's why
basically
you blow us out?
they'll make that game a blowout, and they'll make
No.
that game the close game.
No. If anything, come on, and you know this more than I do. How many 420
Yeah.
games did you and the Eagles have this year? A ton.
Yeah, a ton.
A ton. Okay. And some of those games were exciting. So the
ton.
Hungry Dogs will be on at 420 on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And we'll see. It could be
We will have a
exciting.
close game. My second favorite thing that I see the Cowboys do is when Dak Prescott throws another interception to help the boys out and get the interception tracker up another notch.
MVP. MVP. Thank you, Dak.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dak. Yes, 7 is the new number. I've even updated the wheel because of this special occasion. 7 is the new number for Dak Prescott. And there's still games to be played, ladies and gentlemen. Games to be played. They're kind of in a gauntlet now for the rest of the season.
Absolutely are.
For the rest of the season. So
yeah.
Hold the phone. You're saying there's also a chance Dak can get to 15. Wait a minute.
He could get to 15. He could blow it, and they drop to the 6th seed. A lot of things could happen. We them boys, though.
Yeah, we goddamn we them boys. Yeah.
We them boys, though.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dak, for adding another number to our tracker. You said, I'm not throwing 15. You're at 7. You're doing good. Don't blow it now, but I hope you do.
We've been drinking beers, right? You've been drinking beers?
What have you been drinking over there for this Christmas special?
Like I mentioned, I have no other than the Mall Santa. The Mall Santa, okay? Not Santa Mall, the Mall Santa from Zeus Brewing Company in PK, New York. The Mall Santa. Check out this artwork. He's looking a little slumped there on
slumped over.
Yeah, if you can actually take a look at that, those are some empty cans there Santa was indulging in.
Mall Santa beer he had.
Yes, some Mall Santas. You gotta get ready for the
pictures with the kids.
Yes. Like I said, I'm getting a lot of bad Santa vibes from the movie.
Okay. Well, tell us about this bad Santa beer. You know the questions. Would you have a little Mall Santa at dinner?
West Coast IPA 6.4%. Would I have a little Mall Santa at Christmas? Let's check it out. I don't know if I'm having Mall Santa at dinner. To be honest with you, I don't know.
All right.
I don't know if I'm having Mall Santa at dinner. Nope, not having it at dinner. I don't think so.
Not a dinner beer.
Not a dinner.
Now you're telling me, would you have this beer at a tailgate?
I'll tell you what. Mall Santa, if we decided to go to the Eagles-Giants game on Christmas Day in Philly.
Yeah, wow.
I'm drinking a Mall Santa to get the juices flowing in the morning because you got to indulge in that Mall Santa on Christmas Day. I think I would have one of these at a tailgate just because of the occasion. Yes.
The ranking 1 through 10 here on the big list you have there. Where's the Mall Santa land?
Mall Santa. Let me get it one more taste here.
Yeah, get in there. Tell us. You got to swish around the holidays. Get the spirit in your mouth.
Mall Santa. Mall Santa is a 6.3 for me.
Wow.
Mall Santa.
6.3 for Santa Claus. Not bad.
Mall Santa.
Not bad.
Not a bad beer.
Good beer to get you in the mood. Maybe not a dinner beer, but it tastes good, right? Not
a bad beer. I think too because it's just the occasion and the holidays. You know, you see this Mall Santa, you're definitely going to pick this up and give it a shot. Mall Santa. Not my favorite beer, but I'll indulge. Mall Santa.
Get in there.
Mall Santa. Love the can. All right, Mike. What do you got? What do you got for us?
Yeah. I couldn't find a Christmas beer for the I'd have a beer Christmas special.
Yes.
But I did find something that I thought was looking interesting. I got a Dragon Stout Fire, a Jamaican beer. A Jamaican beer. Never had a Jamaican beer before. 10% this beer is. 10%. All right. You could say I'm a little drunk right now. This she's thick. Let me tell you, she's thick in there.
Yeah.
You can see it. You can't see
Okay.
little. You can't even see my face behind this
Nope.
beer. Look how that's
No, I
cheap
can't.
thick.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let me give you a sip right now. You ask me what you're gonna want to ask me.
Yeah. I'll ask you what I want you to ask you. Yeah. All right. So, Mike, final score: Giants beat the Eagles on Christmas Day. What do you got to say about that?
What the fuck?
Would you have that beer at dinner?
Nah, I'm not having this beer at dinner. I'm not
Okay.
having this beer at dinner.
You're not
No.
having Satan's beer at dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These Dragon Firestone
Okay.
stouts not coming to my
Got
dinner
it.
table.
Yeah,
Gotta be honest with you.
that's definitely not the vibes for the holiday season right now either.
This is tough. I'll expedite this for you. I won't have this at a tailgate. I won't have this at dinner. This is a 2.0. It's a little better than that monster beer I had that one time. That was a nightmare. This is no good. I don't
Right.
recommend this to my friends. I don't recommend this to my enemies. This beer brings dishonor to everyone who made it.
Got it. So expect that in your white elephant gifts this Christmas season, everybody. Yeah.
If you find one of those, whoever gave that to you, you don't talk to them anymore.
Yeah, that person absolutely hates you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up the Christmas special. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you tuning in. That's all I have for you tonight. You know, as always, make sure to follow us on all social media at IHAB Podcast. And happy holidays. Mike, anything else you would like to add?
We'll see you next week. And of course, tune in for the Eagles-Giants game.
Yes.
Because that's going to be our biggest recap of the year. And if you haven't yet, checked out our latest Grated Cheese Challenge video.
What's up?
Follow us everywhere you possibly can. And we will see you next week on I'd Have a Beer.
I'd Have a Beer.